more than enough love in me to love more than one person. Woman.
I believe that if you're in love with one person, and you have that commitment with just one person.
Right.
Amen. Yes.
Please welcome psychotherapist Linda Marks to the show. Welcome her to the show. Welcome her. I got to come back to when we say what's okay, because I said it during the break. Okay, you're saying this is not okay. But I guarantee if I was having dinner with some right-wing people right this minute, not one of you in this room is living right. Because they would consider anything that you're doing not fulfilling their moral requirements. So why do we have the right to lay in the moral requirement on somebody else? Linda, so you hear the arguments. What do you say?
I think one of the things we're really missing is that we have to find out who we are as the unique human beings we are on this earth. I work with people of all lifestyles, all gender identities, all relational configurations, and I think one of the hardest things that people have to find out is, who am I? Who am I really? How am I wired? What is right for me? And it requires a certain amount of courage to look inside and then to try experiments outside to find out what your true authentic lifestyle is.
But now, Doc, that's the question. When you say to try experiments outside, we are living in a society right now that's going through, I think, a moral, emotional, value explosion. It's almost like you dropped a nuclear bomb on this planet, because now everybody's stuff is in the air and nobody knows what's going to fall back down. Okay, you got one group of people trying to dictate life for other people, got another group of people. Now here's this group of people calling themselves polyamorous at a time when America is facing the highest divorce rates it has ever faced, the dissolution of the family as we see it, and now you're saying this is an alternative. Who in this room agrees with this group of people right here? Raise your hand. Turn around. I got one. Oh, I do have a few. Jeez. Well, see, that's really interesting. Let me find out why. Let me go up in this little mix. Yes, ma'am, stand up. Come to me for a second. Come here. Yes, come here. I'll take you. Yes. What do you think?
I wouldn't change my sexuality and stuff, but I think that if it's working for you, you should do it.
Okay, that's one way. What do you think? Well, you ain't even old enough to talk about sex. What?
I look younger than I am.
Okay, all right, yes, ma'am.
I would like to have a boyfriend that makes up the qualities that my boyfriend now is missing.
So you keep your boyfriend that you have and have another boyfriend that didn't have those qualities. Yes. And you think
bring in however many people I need to make one perfect man.
Please welcome Carrie and her boyfriend Joe to the show. Welcome them. Stand up for a second, guys. Now, okay, so she needed to find multiple men to figure out how to get one whole man. The two of you guys aren't married?
No.
Been together how long?
Almost 4 years.
Almost 4 years. And you are polyamorous?
Yes.
Okay, is that, I say it that right? You're polyamorous.
Yes.
Yes. What do you want to know?
Well, I wouldn't mind living in a house with a lot of different people that I loved or cared about deeply, but I'm not interested in marriage. I am interested in commitment, and the two are not the same thing, which is what people seem to be confusing.
Okay, so explain it to me.
We are committed to each other in our loving, intimate relationship, but I don't personally want to get married. I don't see any point in it.
And what about you, Joe? You just went along for a ride, or what? Where are you standing in this? She's doing all the talking.
This is where I stand in it. I think everybody knows that couples define between each other what a commitment is, right? Between Carrie and myself, my first commitment is to not trying to control her in any way, to allowing her the freedom to explore love, which is never a bad thing, with anyone that she loves.
Okay, all right, I hear that, but it's Thursday night. I just came home from work, and Carrie's not home. I had a bad day. I want to see Carrie, and I walk in the door, and there's a little note, oh, I went to see John.
So wouldn't you like to have...
And I don't have an Amy. I don't have an Amy.
Well, get one.
No, I don't Okay, so now we're figuring that this is about allowing people to define their relationships as they see fit, because, now, I would say, because if we take a look at the way relationships have worked so far, especially in this country in the last 20 years, they're not doing too well, folks. So we are really redefining what is the structure of relationships. But wait, come, Dan, come on. you know, just two fellas, right?
Two fellas.
You and I were hanging out. We've been buds for 6, 7 years, right? Hanging out every now and then. We get to go play baseball. And I'm married to Misty. Misty, come here. So then Misty, you know, we've been together too for 6 years. And then, you know, we say, hey, Dad, you know, Misty's really talked to me all night. She said she was really attracted to you, man. So, you know, if you guys want to talk, you go right ahead. Go ahead and talk. And, you know, and I'm okay with that. Okay? I'm okay with that. So you go ahead and, you know, go out tonight. And, you know, while you're out, I may just slide over and see how Cheryl's doing, though, you know. Let's see what God. Now, wait a minute, buddy. Come on. Tell him the truth. Tell the truth. Man, just as friends, would you go there? I wouldn't go there with you as I was your friend. I wouldn't even, I can't even bring myself to even think
Better to
that.
go there with a friend than with a stranger.
There you
You
are.
have some kind of trust already established.
You've established a 6-year relationship.
It is honest. If she's got an attraction for him and she keeps it stuck inside, is she being honest to herself?
But Cheryl wants to whip her butt. No.
I see people who are attractive. Oh, she's cute. Oh, he's cute. We share that. We comment on that. But we have
Boundaries.
boundaries.
So, and they have boundaries. We have boundaries. Yes, Amy.
If John was going to be with another woman outside of Nan or I, what better person to bring them to him than Nan or I?
Absolutely.
We know him better.
Absolutely.
We know...
And a woman's
Why wouldn't
instinct
that
on
be
another woman is
okay?
important.
Hold on, hey, you're a lawyer, aren't you?
Yeah.
Right, come here a second. You're a lawyer. You do, what do? You do settlements and stuff?
Yeah.
Here, sit right there for a second. Sit right there. Hold that for a second. Okay. Because you can play host for a second. If this is what's happening in this house, I'm gonna be right here. So you mean to tell me they bring women to you?
In theory.
Oh, in theory.
But the issue is the idea of when you get past the sex, and if you notice, people have a hard time getting past the sex.
And that's what this conversation
If you
is
can
blocking.
have the conversation about being attracted, doesn't mean you have to do anything with it. And I'm not telling people to do this.
I'd like to reframe even what sex means. Sex is soul energy exchange.
Yeah.
It's a whole different can of worms.
I'm sorry.
I can have a really deep conversation with a friend of mine, heart to heart, and have soul energy exchange.
Well, you know what? I mean, I could walk right down this row and find a few women in here that I'd like to have a soul energy exchange with. Let me take a break. Welcome the founder of Polyamorous New York City, Mr. Justin Michael. The show. Before I ask you a question, Aiken, before I ask a question about Justin, you were just saying something going to break. Why don't you say that again? Because
the number one change that you have to make when you move from being a monogamous person to being a polyamorous person is changing your models about how you're going to define how is the relationship being successful. We have a built-in model that we get growing up in this society about if my partner is sleeping with somebody else, it means the relationship's in trouble. My partner is sleeping with somebody else and the relationship isn't in trouble.
It's stronger than it's ever been.
Wait, let me, I better get Justin. Justin, is there a chapter in every state across the union?
There are, in most major metropolitan areas have a community group on some level or another. Yes.
Okay, and I'll ask you, Doc, because now the question has come up, and I've been asked this by some of you, is this really, now, hear me out, guys, before you jump on eating in the head, but is this really a new speak? A new vocabulary for really what has already been here for a while.
People are polyamorous for many, many different reasons. A person who's bisexual who also wants the opportunity to have a committed long-term partnership, and I'm from Massachusetts where gay marriage is legal. So for bisexual people, sometimes being able to just be themselves means to also have the benefits of a primary committed relationship, including marriage, but still not to have to give up their identity as the other part of themselves.
So
That's one aspect.
So for that person, this would be the perfect kind of union.
This is the perfect solution.
Because you could be in love with two people and bang.
Absolutely, and not have to give up half of yourself in order to have the security of a committed permanent relationship. Affairs, secrecy, deception, church scandal comes out of when there's all this social pressure that doesn't allow you to be a real human being.
Okay. All right, yes, sir. You had a question. You've been back there. Well, I'm going to tell you this. My man's been back there for a while. Up in the back row, boy, like it's, yes, sir.
I was just wondering, I'm from the right, so I believe that you can do whatever you want to. I don't have a big problem with it.